Week 6 of the NBA season is finally here, and this is the point where everything starts to shift. Teams are finally finding their rhythm, injuries are starting to stack up, stars are coming back into the lineups, and every single night feels like a brand new storyline in the NBA. Matchups are changing, roles are flipping, and this week could be the one that decides whether you stay ahead or you start to fall behind. Welcome back to The Corner, your #1 destination for everything fantasy basketball related. Every single week, I am breaking down waiver pickups, trade targets, breakout players, schedule hacks, and so much more. All the moves that you need to stay ahead of your league are right here on the channel. If you're serious about winning fantasy basketball this year, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. It's time to log in. Every week in the NBA feels like its own little season. Roles are changing, rotations are flipping, injuries pop up out of nowhere, and this week is no different than any other. I've got 6 players who are lined up who are all in perfect position to break out, and trust me, this is not random. The first player I want to highlight is going to be Jordan Clarkson, and honestly, this might be the perfect storm for him finally. Last week, I mentioned that the Knicks were going to have a huge vacancy in shots because Jalen Brunson was injured. Now, that has gotten a lot worse. Jalen Brunson is healthy, but now they're missing OG Anunoby for the next week, and that completely shifts the offensive flow of the team. When you actually watch the Knicks, it's obvious that the coaching staff does already trust Jordan Clarkson. He's been their spark plug so far. He has been that momentum swing guy for the second unit. And now with Landry Shamet also signing with another injury as well to his shoulder, and he has no real timetable to return, Clarkson basically has the green light to dominate the secondary scoring role. And to be honest, that matters a lot this week. The Knicks are one of the very few teams that has a 4-game slate during the weird Thanksgiving week schedule. When the league gives you this kind of edge when it comes to scheduling, you absolutely need to take advantage of it. And if you're choosing a streamer in a 4-game week, you want the guy who can swing a matchup by himself. Clarkson is exactly that type of player. Now, before you get all excited, you need to understand what you're signing up for. Clarkson is a very volatile player. He's always been that way. When he is hot, he can win you the entire week with 2 massive scoring nights, but when he is cold, he is non-existent. He can drag your percentages and your team down into the mud. So this move does come with a little bit of risk, but the upside during a 4-game slate is worth it if you need that spark. The key thing here is Clarkson is only rostered in about 5% of ESPN leagues. That means that he is basically free in every single league. If you need points, good shooting volume, or anything else in between, Clarkson should be near the top of your list for that position. This is the exact kind of short-term opportunity you want to capitalize on before the league catches up. Next up on this list, we have Jay Huff, and he might be the most intriguing swing play that I have for this entire week. The center position for the Pacers has been a mystery all season long. Neither Isaiah Jackson or Huff has been able to consistently solve their interior defensive problems or give them reliable post scoring, but this might finally be the week where one of them pulls ahead. And right now, I feel like all the signs are pointing towards Jay Huff. When Huff gets real minutes, the production is there. In games where he plays 20 minutes or more, he's averaging around 30 fantasy points right now. And he's coming off of a back-to-back games, dropping over 20 points, which one of those was 47 points. Which is huge considering he's only averaging about 15 minutes per game right now. This could very realistically be the beginning of a long stretch where he starts carving out real repeatable minutes. He looks comfortable, he looks confident, and the Pacers desperately need someone to step up in the paint. All that points perfectly to Huff to separate himself in this rotation if he keeps producing at this level. Now, let's be clear. Huff is the riskiest play in this entire video today. There's real upside here, but the floor is low if the minutes do not stick. But if you're in a position where you can absorb a little bit of risk, maybe you're already up big heading into the weekend, or you're looking for a high variance play, Huff is absolutely worth rolling the dice on this week. In a week where most teams are only playing 2 or 3 games, having a center who can give you a stable 25 to 30 points per night is a massive advantage to have. If you've got the flexibility, I would take the swing. Next up, we have Josh Minott, and yes, I know last week I said drop him, that his time was done, the hype was faded. He just couldn't do anything offensively, and the minutes were all over the place when it came to his rotation, but Sunday night changed everything for Josh. Neemias Queta rolled his ankle and did not return back to the game, and that instantly opens up the door for Minot to take back a real role in the Celtics rotation. This is the kind of late week opportunity you look for on the waiver wire. A sudden gap, a clear opening, and a player who thrives when he has room to breathe. Now, Boston does not play a game until Wednesday night. Then they close the week with a Saturday-Sunday back-to-back game, so Minot is a late week add. Someone you pick up in the midweek to take advantage of that strong finish on the weekend. And in my opinion, I believe that Josh Minot is a much safer play than Jay Huff, but you still need to be careful here. Minot is a streaky player, and if Queta does end up being fine and suits up again this week, the window to pick him up is going to close shut. If Boston rules Queta out or even calls him doubtful, Minot becomes a very reliable streamer with upside. If Queta is good to go, don't hold Minot, move on. Next on this list, we have the man Mason Plumlee himself, and this one is all about timing. Rookie standout Ryan Kalkbrenner twisted his ankle, and even though it's currently listed as day-to-day, meaning it might not be as serious as it looked, that small window is all Plumlee needs to become a fantasy relevant center again. If you played fantasy basketball at all in the past couple of years, you already know of Plumlee's reputation. Every time he's given real minutes, he turns into an efficiency monster. Double-double threat, high percentage shooter, and good passer for big, and just overall a stat sheet filler. And the best part is that he's only rostered in less than 1% of fantasy leagues right now. He is basically free in every single league. No one has him. This is a good chance to go out there early, grab him, and reap in the early benefits. As long as Kalkbrenner is on the mend, Plumlee is a must-add streamer in my opinion, especially in deeper formats. And while you're at it, keep an eye on Musa Diabate as well. If he's also free in your league, I would grab him first before I grab Mason Plumlee. This is one of those rare, low-risk, high-opportunity pickups. I would 100% take advantage of this while you can. If you watched my video on Friday, you already know that I highlighted several Suns players, and Jordan Goodwin was right at the top of that list for a reason. Goodwin is someone you should be adding across every single fantasy format as long as Grayson Allen remains out. Right now, the Phoenix Suns might be the best fantasy team in the league next to Miami's insane offensive run. Their situation is tight, their pace is high, and Goodwin's role looks completely locked in for the short term right now. He's getting meaningful minutes, he's active on both ends of the floor, and he fills up the stat sheet in ways that matter for fantasy. Just understand one thing. Once Allen is healthy, Goodwin's minutes will roll back. So this is a short-term opportunity you need to capitalize on right now. Goodwin is rostered in less than 5% of leagues as I'm recording this video, which means that he's free in every single league. And the Suns play 4 games this week, making him one of the best plug-and-play waiver adds you can make this week. Make sure to add Jordan Goodwin before your league mates catch on. The last player I'm going to highlight on this list is going to be AJ Green, and he's someone you need to pay attention to because the Bucks are dealing with a ton of injuries, including to Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that means a lot of the open usage is spilling into the role players. Ryan Rollins has taken on most of the heavy lifting, but AJ Green has quietly stepped into a bigger role as well. Green is not a flashy player at all. He's not going to single-handedly win you a week, never, but he will keep your team afloat. The Milwaukee Bucks are playing 4 games this week, and if AJ Green can give you around 20 fantasy points per night, that's going to be 80 points. That can absolutely be the difference between winning and losing when it comes down to week 6. He's rostered in about, again, less than 5% of leagues, so he is free in every single league. Please go grab him. This is another hidden gem that can give you value this week. So that is going to be my full list of 6 players that you need to add right now if you're serious about winning your matchup this week. Do not let the schedules beat you. You have to rotate your flyers, stay aggressive, and keep your team competitive at all costs. But before you go, do not miss the video that is currently on your screen right now. In that video, I break down the best sleeper candidates that you should be trading for right now this season. Players who can literally flip your entire season. Thanks for stopping by the corner. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.